KTM has been teasing us with this 890 Duke R for a while and just dropped a new video and some more specific details. Could this be the perfect middleweight naked bike? Could this be the perfect naked bike? Stay tuned to find out. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay up to date on the latest motorcycle news. Back to the 890 Duke R. How do you make the already awesome 790 Duke better? You give it more power, make it lighter, improve the suspension and brakes, and steepen up the steering for even sharper handling than the Duke 790. To be clear, the 790 is already known as the Scalpel. So what's the 890R? KTM call it the 790's evil twin. Let's look at the engine. The 799cc mill has been bored out to 889cc's and now pumps out 124 horsepower compared to the 790's 105. Torque has likewise gone up to 73 pound-feet from the 64 of the 790. The compression ratio has been increased and the new motor runs hotter cams and is revier. Now, I've ridden the 790 and that engine revved so fast that it felt like a multi-cylinder rather than a twin, so it's hard to believe that this one spools up even faster. The new bike is lighter and has a new fully adjustable suspension, a pricey addition to be sure. The 790 suspension is pretty dialed in out of the box, but the 890's is meant for the track, as are the tires. Michelin Power Cup 2s, basically track tires for the street. The new bike also sits higher and has higher foot pegs to maximize lean angle. Speaking of foot pegs, there are no passenger pegs or seat. The disc brakes have grown and feature 4-piston monoblock calipers, and of course, like all KTM's, the bike includes a cutting-edge electronics package with track mode and all the lean-sensitive gizmos that will save you from yourself when you hit your local track day with delusions of grandeur. Is this bike better and sharper than the 790, which was already one of the top bikes in the middleweight class? Absolutely. Will it be more expensive? Absolutely. Canadian pricing isn't out yet, but in other jurisdictions this bike is significantly more expensive than its slightly less evil twin. Based on British pricing, Canadians can expect to pay between $2,000 and $3,000 more than the cost of the already outstanding 790. Which begs the question, is it worth it? This new bike is certainly going to be the top track weapon in this segment, and if you're buying it, you'd better be hitting some track days, otherwise you're wasting its potential. However, the 790 is one of the most track-worthy bikes already, and can carry a passenger, and is going to cost less, and is one of the sharpest bikes you can buy. On the street, the difference between the two will be negligible. You can't ride fast enough on regular roads to take advantage of the extra performance. And if you want a track bike, you're better off just picking up a sport bike. The whole idea of naked bikes is that they are fast in the real world, but also practical. They compromise on all-out track performance for a bit more comfort. And yet here comes KTM with a naked bike for the track. Why build such a bike? Because they can, and that's why we love KTM. This is a company that sometimes chucks practicality out the window in favor of passion. Some engineer says, hey, let's build a bike that kicks the crap out of everything. Everyone else in the room says, oh, that's a good idea. And they get down to work. This is a company less concerned with market surveys and projections and more concerned with making your sphincter clench as you throw the bike into a turn at the end of the straightaway. We need more manufacturers like this, pushing the boundaries and to hell with caution. If it was my money, would I get the 790 or the 890R? I'd go with the 790. I rarely do track days and like to carry a passenger once in a while. I've ridden the 790 and was amazed by its lightness and performance. It's all the bike an average guy like me needs. Plus I'm cheap. I couldn't begin to scratch the 890R's potential, but I like knowing that it's out there. That there's at least one manufacturer willing to throw out the middle finger to caution and prudence and come out with a bike that makes us dream. If you want to continue to dream, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of the next Different Spokes upload. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and may the spokes be with you.